Go. All right, welcome to today's coaching call. This is Roxy Saran. Happy June 21st to you guys, the third Thursday of the month coaching. And we'd love to hear from you guys. Unmute yourselves and let's hear your wins.
Okay. So yeah, I've been trying to contact some of my people from previous customers that have not been ordering for a long time. That's a hard time. They usually don't respond, but I got two responses like, okay, please contact me in September. It's like, fine, that's great. I will contact you in September to get the ball rolling again. And she said, well, yes, I want to unbury my my oils.
Yeah.
So that's one. Another one that is huge for me is one of my people that she's an enrollee from somebody else, but I've been working with her, and she did oil camp. She's doing oil camp 2 right now, and she had mentioned in oil camp 1 that she's ready to start sharing. So we had a talk last week, and amazing connection with her, and we had a lot of things to share from each other. And she is up for the challenge. So I am so excited. She has not done one enrollment or anything because she's totally new to this. It's like, okay, you're going to learn from the best. So why not take this challenge? And you just need 3 enrollments for the 2 months. So that I think you can do that. And she's doing oil camp 2. So she's learning a lot. It's like, I hope it's not going to be too much. I said, well, it will all come along. So I think you can do it. And I said, let's do something scary every day for our personal growth, right? So this is kind of scary, but I said, well, we'll do it together. So I'm so excited for her, and I'm excited for me.
Yeah.
Helping her with this process. Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Good. Hey, Danny, welcome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So yeah, planning some classes and some things for next week, and hopefully it all comes to be a happy ending for June.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the way we can look at June as everybody's out of town, nobody's doing anything, or we can look at it that kids are home, families are home more. Invite a few people over to swim in your pool, have a community get together, have, everybody bring something, we'll throw it on the grill. Let's think out of the box. How can we utilize the time that people are actually home more? And not, we talked about it last time too, just our mindset, right? So awesome. Well, I hear good things, Mikey, that you have a new leader launching. They're in oil camp 2, and they've taken you up on the challenge to be part of the Summer Success Challenge that's starting. Actually, they extended the deadline today. So today is the actual last day that they can register. So it's not too late. If someone hasn't registered, today is the actual deadline. And the call is on Saturday, the 23rd. And you have until the 30th, if I'm not mistaken, to listen to it if you haven't had a chance to do that. So make sure you do that. It's awesome. It's going to be great. I've taken the challenge myself, and we're going to do it. It's going to be great. So, all right, good. Well, thanks, awesome. Michael, for sharing your wins. I don't have my pom-poms, so yay. Okay, good. Who else wants to share their wins? Ooh, I see something shiny.
Yay. Just when you start feeling down, you get picked back up.
I love it.
Executive and elite. I have my pin.
Awesome. Congrats, Danny.
One more step closer to where we want to be.
Your next goal. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. But it's like with anything, right? When we're chipping away at these goals and these milestones, it's amazing we're always working on something, and that's great. It's growing. But we do need to pause and look back and see how far we've come and to celebrate that, right? Because it doesn't matter what level you get to, there's always something else. There's always something else. And so we also want to be content and be grateful, right, for where we are. And then, let's keep working at it, but be grateful, right? Appreciate where we are, what we've learned, how we've, gotten there. And that's great. So good. Congratulations. What else is going on, Danny?
Well, my neighbor, Mabel, she came to a party and got herself some oils and fell in love with them immediately. I talked to her briefly about, the possibility of compensation from it. And next thing I know, I got an email saying she upgraded to advocate. I was like, okay, that was pretty quick. So I had a conversation with her yesterday and went through the OMG script and went through all the questions, which I found very useful for both her and myself to see where each other is at and to figure out how to move forward together. And it turns out that she's really looking to do it full time. She's had a hard time finding a job and the career choice that she's wanted. And she's like, I think God's just telling me to work from home and be with my kids. And I think this is where I'm being called to be. So I was like, hallelujah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I'm very hopeful that accelerates and goes somewhere, and time will tell. So
absolutely. Congrats on that. That's great. Having those conversations, not assuming, right?
Yes.
Not assuming, having those critical conversations with people, because either way, right? If they say no, thank you, you can move on, which is great. I mean, we've placed people under people that we didn't have those conversations with them, and then 2-3 years later, they're like, you wish you would have known earlier. So either way, it's okay with me, and just be able to have those conversations and learn about each other. And I commend you for using the script. That's what it's there for. And even if you have been doing this a long time, it's good to use the script, because we can go off on a tangent sometimes, and it helps keep you in line when we're working with somebody. So good job. Way to go.
Well, more importantly, it also shows them how duplicatable this is, because I'm reading it from a piece of paper. I'm not making this up. This is not something that only I can do. Exactly. And while I'm telling her that we have scripts for her in the beginning level, she's watching me use a script at this level. And so, yeah, it's very useful in many ways. So.
Awesome.
Use your scripts.
Exactly. Use your scripts. It makes it seem like anybody can do it, which we can, right?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Alyssa, do you want to share any wins?
Sure. So, I went to a networking group. Meditation is amazing, and setting your intentions. And I went to a networking group, and I have 5 appointments next week. So
that's great.
I'm going crazy busy. Working on Thank You. Thank you so much, Roxy.
You're welcome.
Got amazing buy-in with my team. Just started a Facebook builders group with them, and I don't know, it's just everything's going fantastic. So
that's great. It's coming together.
We got a standing class on Tuesday evenings, and then we're also doing a customer appreciation.
Okay.
The second Tuesday of the month, where they come and do make and takes for free, and pretty awesome.
That's great.
We're starting to get our customers to engage back in, because customer engagement.
Yeah, that's great. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Alyssa.
Sales is done, leadership is done, and next Thursday I start recruiting responsibly. So
awesome. That's going to be your favorite.
All because of you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's my favorite one out of all of them. It's amazing. Just when you think, what's next, it's amazing. So good. Well, you've done a lot of development, personal development, just in the last month. So congratulations to that. So good job. Very proud of you. That's great. Let's see here. Lola, I see you dialing in. If I can unmute you if you'd like to chime in. Hi, Lola.
Hi. I hope it's not too loud. I'm in a Starbucks.
No, it's fine.
How are you?
We're great.
Okay, cool.
Glad you're with us. We'd love to hear some wins.
Well, I'm actually waiting for someone. I didn't have it on my calendar about the iPod or the pod this just now. So I'm glad I got your text. But I am waiting for somebody who has been a Young Living user, and one of the people at my chiropractor told her about how I use oils and put the two of us in touch. So not to say this is exactly an intro appointment, but you never know what can happen. And I agree with Danny on use the script. So, yeah, you still there?
Yeah, we're here. I muted
Okay, good.
myself because it's loud. Wow, well, congratulations for having an appointment right now, and and you're still here. So that's
Well, she's just texted me she's going to be 10 minutes late, so I have a few minutes. And I also am proud of myself for all the calls that I've been making in the last week. After the HR convention, and then after Lori and I did the Houston Housing Benefits Fair. So,
good.
I'm just, been using the scripts and they're working.
Awesome.
So,
great job, Lola. So I'm going to clap for you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yay, thank you.
That's awesome. Yes, we're all virtually clapping for you. I don't have my pom-poms.
Thank you.
Sharing, that's awesome. It takes a lot of courage to call people that you met at a booth that don't remember you, right? And you don't remember
Yes.
Honestly, as good as notes as you take on the back of their info, we just don't really remember them. So
Right.
I'm proud of you for making those connections and calls. Yay.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and mute you.
You can mute me again.
Okay. Thanks, Lola. Good luck on your appointment.
Thanks.
So from time to time, you guys may have received a email from customer service that says, here's a referral. Somebody in your area has requested information on the doTERRA website. Anybody received any like that? Not yet, Danny? Okay. So I received one this week. You have? Okay, Alyssa. I received one this week, and I haven't received one in maybe 2 years. So I don't hold my breath on those. Like, don't build your business on those. It's going to take forever. But occasionally you'll get a surprise, and it just comes from customer service, and it just says someone filled out this form. And it has their name, email, what area they live in. Usually it's in your zip code or very close to you. And whether they're interested in wellness supplements, weight loss, if they want to be an advocate, yes or no. And then there's a little line where they can type in a sentence or whatever. So I got one this week, and it was a lady in Atascocita, so right across the bridge from us, that you guys know in our area, and that she was interested. Well, in the past, anytime I called somebody, they had already purchased from somewhere else, either on the website or they went to another company. Like they want to buy. They don't want to wait. And so this time I reached out to the lady. She emailed me right back. We scheduled a one-on-one appointment on Zoom. And long story short, it was less than 24 hours was the turnaround. So that's great. We're making improvements in that area. And she told me this story, you guys, that she had oils from a friend of hers that was very passionate about them. She had never joined, but she had given them to her for allergies, and she was having these great results, and her husband has a lot of health concerns. Anyway, so she has a bunch of the oils, but her friend ended up having a lot of allergy issues that she couldn't really get ahead of, and so she went to get an allergy shot. Well, she passed away from like some type of reaction from that shot, you guys. And like unbelievable, right? So now, this has been a year later now. She's like, these bottles are the only thing I have left from my friend. And she searched all the other oil companies as well, and she keeps coming back to doTERRA, and that's when she filled out the form. And I was like, wow. I mean, whoa, right? Like the very reason that lady was using doTERRA, and then she ended up passing away from some type of allergic reaction to the allergy shot. Just unbelievable. Anyway, long story short, I followed the script myself, and she joined with the Home Essentials kit yesterday. And at the end, when I asked her for referrals, she said, wait a minute, because I told her I was in Europe for the summer and the time change and all that stuff. And she's like, what do you mean you're in Europe for the summer? Can I ask you more about that? And I told her, and she's like, you mean like you make a living from this? Like, she could not believe that these little bottles, right? And so her and her husband are both retired, but because of health concerns. And she said, well, I think I want to do this. So it was kind of like a reverse recruiting, just because when I asked for referrals, that was how. So anyway, she joined as a wellness advocate. So you guys, you never know. That's exciting to me, is that like this month on the gold and platinum page. So there's a premier and silver page with doTERRA. Mike, are you on that yet? Yes, hopefully. Okay. And then there's a gold and platinum page as well. There's diamond page as well. But what I wanted to say with that is that this month, the gold and platinum page, there is a blue, diamond, or presidential every single day going on there and just sharing their story. And some of them I've been able to share with you guys, like it's letting me share. Some of it is for whatever reason not. But my whole purpose with that is that I love hearing people's stories, because some people are like, I really needed the money. We were, living on the streets, right? And then you hear the other ones of, everything was great. We didn't need the money, but it just felt right, right? And or the other of, we really, really needed the oils because we were so sick. Or the other ones of, we were perfectly healthy and happy. I had no idea, right, Danny? Or we were some chiropractors that are like, we were perfectly healthy. We tried mosquito repellent first, and then slowly fell in love with the company. You hear all of these different stories, and some people who wanted to be builders from the beginning, and some people who were just buying one oil at a time, and then 2 years later, now they're diamonds. You just never know who that's going to be. And that's what I love just about listening to those stories, is that it reminds me of our diversity, of that it's not everybody's going to look the same like you or like my story, right? Everybody's going to look different. And so let's not assume, don't ever assume what they're going to buy, if they're going to be a builder, if they're going to be a sharer, all that stuff. And just help people wherever they are at their level, whatever that is, whether it's retail one bottle, great. If that's what they want, let's do that. If it's, get a kit, if not, great. If they want to buy 1 or 2 oils, great. Whatever they want, let the magic, the magic is in the bottle when they open the bottle. We were at an appointment today, talking to somebody about some other things. And then, by the way, we slid in the oils again, and he kept saying, no, I don't even want to come to an appointment. I'm too busy. I'm like, we've been at a 2-hour coffee. You're not too busy, but it was all no. And my husband was like, you need to be there. He was kind of putting a little pressure on him. And I was like, that doesn't ever work, right? That doesn't work. So you know what I did? I opened my purse. I got a bottle of Breathe Out, and I put 2 drops in his hand. And literally he was just like, oh, this is so amazing, right? And we had given him oil before. I had the same thing, but he forgot, right? He forgot from 2 weeks ago. So always getting the oil in people's hands is the magic, right? So now him and his wife are doing a little class in their area, and his no turned into a yes, right? So it's the oil, guys. The oil's the magic, right? But before people have the amazing results with the oils, they believe in you. They're going to believe in you, in how you present and how you present yourself, the way you speak about it with passion, if your eyes are lighting up. And people are watching us. Those of you guys have been in it for a while. People are watching us to see if we're going to be consistent. Are you still doing that thing, or did you give up on that, right? And keep going. Don't give up on it. Don't shy away. People are out on the outskirts right now, just watching to see, okay, yeah, Danny's the real deal. Okay, I'm finally ready now, right? And the bigger your fish, that's what I call it, big fish, right? The bigger your fish, the more it's going to take a little bit of work to get those people, right? Think about it. The more influence they have, or the more that is at stake for them, the more work it's going to take. Okay, so don't give up. Don't give up on those people, and people are watching you. Keep going. All right, so we talked about success. So we talked about wins. Okay, next thing, let's go through what does success look like for each of you in the next 2 weeks. Have you thought about that, right? Looking at our calendar, going into one more week, like this week is almost over, so you got one more week this month, and then starting July. Right, so what does success look like for you in the next 2 weeks? how many appointments, how many calls, maybe you're taking time off. I don't know, whatever it is. What does it look like, right? Because every 2 weeks might be different. So let's not just make every 2 weeks the same and then we beat ourselves up. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What does success look like for you guys in the next 2 weeks?
I'll go.
Go, Danny.
Okay. For me, being honest, I've been struggling to make it through each day for the last couple weeks, so it's been difficult. So I decided to revamp, and the Empowered series webinar I watched, and it was exactly what I needed. I had some great ideas that work well with my style of follow-up and moving forward on appointments. So I'm really just recalibrating and putting together a campaign, if you will, that I'm going to implement. So the next few days I'm working on that. So that's what it looks like for me.
All right. So make sure we write those down, right? Because I know I'm on a coaching call with my coach too, and I'm like, oh, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do all of this stuff. And then the next day I'm staring at my computer like, what was that? What was I supposed to be doing? Right. So we want to write it down, put it somewhere you can see it, and then obviously the action steps to do that. Okay, good. Very good. Who else wants to share what does success look like for you in the next 2 weeks? Go ahead, Alyssa. Oh, hang on. Unmute. Okay. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. It helps to unmute, doesn't it?
Yes.
So when I say what success looks like for me, I go ahead and I block it out in my calendar, in my planner. And yes. So I have that blocked out. And so I've got 3 4-hour increments to finish the website. I have classes on the books that's already blocked out, and I have my networking and my appointments circled that is available. And then also I get to have to go down to Fort Smith, Arkansas. I live in Kansas City, and we are having a wedding there on Sunday. And then Monday we're having an essential oil class. So I'm way too excited with my builder that's in Oklahoma. So
great. Good stuff for the next 2 weeks. Great. All right. Who else wants to share? Go, Mikey.
Okay, so I have 3 appointments for next week, and they came out of the blue also. It was like quick, and I had nothing, and it's like somebody rear-ended my daughter like the last day of school a little bit, so I took it to repair, and they mentioned that they were gonna pay out of pocket. So that repair was done yesterday, and she paid it off before I went to pick up the car, and I wanted to meet her, but it didn't happen. So I text her and I call her and say thank you, and this probably happened for a bigger reason, and I want to know why that reason is. So I want to get to know you. I would like to invite you coffee so-and-so date. And so she said, yes, awesome, that would be great. So I'm gonna meet with her on Monday. It's like, yay. I didn't say oils, I didn't say anything. It's just to get to know her, see where this goes to, and we'll see what the bigger purpose is.
I love it. You never know. That's amazing.
No.
I'm so proud.
No, and then another one is like, we own a storage facility, so I go in the storage one day and somebody's emptying one of the units, and it's one of the ladies that has had cancer since September. And I didn't know her physically, so I went to her and approached her and like, are you so-and-so? And she's like, no, she is in hospice, so we're emptying this unit for her, but I'm helping her. And I said, okay, that's fine. She is a little bit big, this person, and she was not feeling really well. And she mentions that her husband has had 2 heart attacks in the last 6 months, and blah, blah, blah. So many conditions in like 2 minutes, as she said. I said, well, thank you for doing all this, but I want to help you on your health side as well. This is what I do, and I want to if you allow me, I can help you a lot. And she said, well, yeah, I think I would need that because it's not possible that my husband is going back for a second stroke in 6 months, so medicine is not working for him. So like, yeah, I would love to help you. So we were scheduled to meet this Thursday, but it was not possible. So now we're scheduled to meet, no, actually last week. Now we're scheduled to meet hopefully today on a webinar, on a Zoom chat. And she has so much going on. I said, please don't delay it. I know that you're busy, but don't delay it because there's a lot of things that we can help you with. So that's another one that came out of the blue and it's like unplanned, but I think God is sending me people to help. And I'm open to all that because I really want to help people around. So these are all great. So I have those scheduled already. And also I am doing Synduit. So what I want to do in the next 2 weeks is have my year plan of all my events, all my things that I'm going to post, everything, and that will help me. Also some appreciation customers, events. I know that what's not on the calendar doesn't get done, and I've been bad at that. So that's what I want to do.
I'm proud of you. That's a lot of stuff. And I'm very proud of you for stepping out and helping these people. Very proud of you. Awesome.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Well, what's hard? Like let's talk about it. What's hard? What are you guys banging your head up against the wall so we can chat through it? And worst case, at least you vented if we don't have a solution. But we've all been there, right? Like, and we all go through cycles, no matter what rank you are or whatever. We all have good days, bad days. And sometimes it's moment by moment. Actually, let me share this with you guys while you guys think through what's hard. Or you're probably like, I don't need to think about it. It's right here, I know. I was reading in the Diamond thread recently, and one Diamond was really bold in there and said, you know, I really struggle with imposter syndrome, that I just feel like I don't belong among all of these amazing people. And it was crazy to see all of the posts in there of people were like, me too, I feel like that too. Got presidential diamonds in there saying, me too, I feel like I don't belong. None of us feel like they belong. You guys, we all feel like that, right? I mean, it's crazy because one lady put it so well. She said, I go from I'm totally rocking this and I'm going to be the bomb to I'm the worthless and can't do anything right. And sometimes it's in the same 5 minutes, right? We all have that, okay? We all have that of I'm getting really close to this goal and this is all coming together, this plan, right? The plan's coming together to, oh my gosh, they're going to find out I don't know what I'm doing, right? We all have that, you guys. We all have that. And at every level, every single level, we all have that. And that just means there's work to do in that place, but also the belief in ourselves and that the skills and the planning and all of that is coming together, right? All of us struggle with that. So I hope that encourages somebody that we all deal with that. Okay. Well, what's hard? Let's hear it.
You know, there's several things that are hard for me. One is, you know, day before yesterday and yesterday, I rocked it. I rocked this business. And today I get to do absolutely nothing because I have these little jewels, right? Yeah. And so, but that's my choice. You know, I mean, that's one of the reasons I do doTERRA is so that I have that availability to watch my grandbabies. So, you know, but it's hard, you know, and then, so, and then not being over on the other side yet, you know, still having the website to do, still trying to get everybody's buy-in, you know, still reconnecting with the team, even though it's been 6 months. Can you believe that? It's been 6 months. Yeah. Since I contacted you, it's been 6 months, you know, but, you know, still reconnecting with people and, you know, just, there's not enough time
Yeah.
in the day. It doesn't matter how well I do that pen or there's not enough time in the day.
And that's okay. That's okay. There's always more for tomorrow.
There is. There is.
You know,
Impatience.
one thing that I learned just this week, that a good distinction that was pointed out by one of those blue or presidential diamonds on the video this week that I listened to, and she said there are two types of builders. Two types. One is a seasonal builder where they'll push really hard for like 4 months. They'll go, 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 go. And I mean like almost daily classes, right? Like go, 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 go. And then take a month off. And then another, push and then take some time off, right? A month off. Not 4 months on, 4 months off, right? But push for 4 months, take a month off, service your customers where you're at, and then push. And Danny, that might be you. It just by the nature of your health right now. And that's fine, right? But the problem is, and then let me tell you how the second type of builder is slow and steady, right? Just consistent. 1 or 2 classes a month, but every single time consistent. Okay, and that's fine, right? The problem is where people try to do both. Push for 4 months and then take like 4 months off. Push for 4 months, take 4 months off, or try to do slow and steady and take 4 months off. You can't do that, okay? When slow and steady is 1 or 2 a month, you can't afford to take, right? I mean, 1 or 2 classes a month, you'll be elite in 3 years, right? You cannot afford to take 4 months off. And 4 months turns to 6 or 8, right?
I have one of those.
Yeah, been there.
That's my roller coaster builder.
Roller coaster, right? And imagine our teams, right? Imagine our teams, because we've got a couple people like that on our downline that we've just noticed. They'll push really hard for 4 months, but then they'll take 8 months off. You can't do that. Imagine their customers, right? Imagine their customers. And you know what, guys? And I'm not, what does off mean to you? What does a month off mean to you? Does it still mean you're still checking in on your customers? Are you still enrolling 1 or 2 people a month? Are you still doing at least 1 team call where you're communicating with your leaders so you're not like somewhere in a canal? How do they know you're still alive? Now, Alyssa, you had incredible circumstance. That's totally different. Please don't beat yourself up like, I did it all wrong. Like, you were like
years off.
you lost a grandbaby and you needed to take that time off, and nobody ever will judge you for that. And if they do, give them my number and have them call me, because I'll tell them. Okay. No, that's not what I'm talking about. And Danny, you have health issues. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about like physically you just can't. Okay. I know I was sick for a week. I know what that feels like now. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I always thought like, no, you just don't want it bad enough. No, like literally you just can't function. You cannot. Okay. But I'm talking about you're well, you're able, you have time, you've committed to it, and you push really hard for 4 months, and then you take 8 months off. And you're not even answering your text messages to your team or to your customers. That I call bull honky on that. Okay, we can't do that to our customers, and you do that year after year after year. You can't do that. Okay, and then you wonder where your team is or where your customers are at. Well, they're frustrated with you because you've given them whiplash. That's totally different. Okay, but if you're gonna push hard for 4 months and take a month off, what does your rest period look like? What does your rest period look like? Does it mean you're still enrolling people? How many? 1, 2, none? That's fine, as long as you know what your rest period is like. Are you still checking in on your team? Are you still doing a team call? Whatever that is. Yeah, Danny.
Well, for me, because I have uncontrollable ups and downs, I'm really putting myself into a place now where I'm prepared for the downs. So when I'm not able to be energetic and go out and go forward, getting new, I'm focusing on retention and how do I build within? How do I reach out to my existing customer base and encourage my existing sharers and start to give them a time and attention that normally I wouldn't have because I'm trying to gain new. So I'm trying to keep myself focused and, again, don't beat yourself up. It is what it is. But how can I do it differently? How can I make use of this time that it's different? So
Absolutely.
That's what it looks like for me.
Absolutely. And you know what, this month is a little bit slower. If you've looked at the volume's a little bit lower than in the past. And I thought, I was looking through my back office, like, I can't believe they didn't order, or they had a small order, or whatever, right? The thoughts that come. And you know what? instead, what I did was I looked at each individual person from the beginning. What was their date that they joined? And I sent them a thank you email saying, thank you for your business since March of 2013. I appreciate you. You're the bomb, right? Think about it. That's 5 years. These people have been ordering every month for 5 years. They love us, right? They love doTERRA. And it's awesome, the feedback that I've gotten. They're just like, thank you for acknowledging, right? Just to say thank you, because if they dropped out of LRP, we would notice, right? So why aren't we thanking our customers? So just something small. If you guys have some time, thank your customers, you guys. Just even a thank you note saying, I see you, I acknowledge you. Last year, I did a gift for all of my people that were with us from the first 20 that joined with us in 2013. And I gave them like a $10 or $15 bottle of oil and a handwritten note. It wasn't a big deal, but to them it was like, just, I see you. I acknowledge you. Thank you for working with us, and for partnering. So just little things, you guys, little things that you can do to say thank you to your customers. All right. What else is hard? Everything's easy, right?
No.
On what you were saying about thanking them, I think that's why I'm just loving the customer appreciation night. And so we do a make and take with whatever the product of the month is. And so this time we did bath salts with lavender in it, and we did after sun spray. And the whole thing cost me, I don't know, $30.
Yeah. I love it.
To do everything, and I had 10 customers there. We got to reconnect. They were asking me questions, and so it was cool. Really cool. So
I love it.
Like once a month. So
right. It's not what you do, right? It's not like it like, think about you guys, 3 of you guys were at our Christmas party. You got a $10 plant, right? But it's something, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's just something to say, I see you, I care about you, or connecting with people. It's not necessarily the value of it monetary wise, right? Like you said, Alyssa, it's blessing somebody else with that product. Time, right? Blessing people with your time, opening up your home where they can come and be there. So I love that. Very good. What else? What else is hard?
Well, now that you mentioned, Elisa, about that appreciation, I've been thinking about it, but I always think it's like, oh, it's hard to get everybody together. But it's like, we can invite, and then whoever comes, that is okay. And those 3 people will need that at that moment, I guess.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just try to reconnect, because sometimes with the phone calls that I'm doing or the emails, it's like I want to connect with each one separately to talk, but probably it's more enriching to do like a little gathering and give them something that they can take and then reignite that, because they have not been ordering for months and more, or years. So it's just unburying everything and see how, because I'm also different. I've grown too much, like in this past 6 months, and I've learned so much. I'm reading a lot, what I was not doing before. And it's like, okay, I have something to share with everybody. It's like, I need to be with people. I need to share my thoughts with people. So yeah, I want to help them with that and grow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. Just on this note of, stuff is hard sometimes, right? And even network marketing, it's not easy, right? But I don't think it's supposed to be easy, right? I compare it to any other job, right? You start at $40,000 a year, whatever, and get a 4% raise if it's a good year. Work for 60 years and retire. So you end at what? 60,000, 55, 60. I mean, right? Or I mean, even starting at a higher income, it doesn't matter. That 4% raise, 5%, whatever it is, it's not that much, right? You're held down. You're trapped. You have to ask for vacation time. You can't take time off because whatever. You have weird work dynamic with people. All of those things, the commute, all of those things, it just, I don't know. We need to remember what it was like before, right? What was your life like before doTERRA? And we need to continually remember that, guys. Even our health-wise, what was it like before doTERRA? What would you do if you didn't have doTERRA in your home today? And that's how our friends are out there, and they're friends of friends, they're referrals, and then the business as well. And it's not easy, but it's not supposed to be easy. And I was talking to my business coach too, and I was like, I'm so frustrated. Like, I think it was last month, probably, always something like I have a high, and then of course the cycle, right? We all have that, the highs and the lows. But I was telling my business coach, I'm like, this is so hard. And she really got in my face, and she was like, in 5 years, you're making this significant income, right? And okay, let's just call it, right, 200,000 a year, diamonds, 200,000 a year. And you want to go to blue, which is 400,000 to 500,000 a year. And what, you think it's just going to be like that? It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy, guys. We also have to honor that next rank and that level, right? Think about other people outside of doTERRA, in the oil field, or in doctors, right? Doctors making 500,000 a year. How hard did they work to get to that level? Very hard, right? Years and years of educating themselves, of reading personal development, but whatever it was for them to get to that level, right? It's not supposed to be easy. It is not supposed to be easy. And so I love that Jim Rohn says, don't wish it was easier. This is harsh though, okay? But y'all can handle it. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. That hurts, right? Like, ooh, why can't it just be easier? It's not supposed to be easy, right? Hard is not impossible. You're right, Danny. And you know what? If other people are doing it, it means it's possible, right? If at least, well, and the very word says, I am possible. It is possible, right? It's not supposed to be easy, but it is possible. And whoever set the standard? There is no standard. That's the beauty of hearing all these stories from people, is everybody's different. Yes, some people are reaching these crazy ranks in 3 years or 4 years or 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. I've heard them all. I've heard all of the whole gamut. It doesn't matter when you get there. It matters how you got there, and how many people, right? How many people did you help along the way? And I love one of the speakers that I was listening to. She said, when she presented herself, she said her name, and she said, I have a Blue Diamond team. She didn't say, I am a Blue Diamond. She said, I have a Blue Diamond team. And you guys, nobody gets to Blue Diamond on their own. Nobody. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible to get to there on your own. And that's what I think we need to get to. And Adrian and I are right there, is that we are building a Blue Diamond team, right? We have a Diamond team right now. We are building a Blue Diamond team together with you guys. And you guys are building your own premier teams, silver, gold, whatever you guys are working on. And I really want you guys from the earlier ranks, to really start. Don't wait to diamond to figure it out. You can't do this on your own. Please don't wait to that long. That you need a team. And I know, Micah, you're there because you were there for many years. You're an enrolling machine, and you were getting frustrated because you weren't having the momentum of anyone else enrolling with you. Well, now look, it's shifted. Now you've got builders coming out the wazoo. People are enrolling. Your team is exploding. And now it's just a matter of organizing, knowing what your goal is, and helping them identify those two legs and really focusing on that, nothing else, and making sure that as they enroll their leaders, that you're connecting with them, right? Are we connecting with, how are we going to be that diamond team or Blue Diamond team, that each one of you have your own map that you're building out as someone under you builds out their leaders, are you connecting with them? Are you welcoming them to the family, welcome them in and get them connected? And we're in this for the long haul, you guys, right? This isn't obviously get rich quick, or we're this 5.5 years we're in here, we're still here. And it takes time. It takes time of consistent dedication. And a lot of it is up here, guys, in our mind. So much of it is a battle up here. If we're struggling in here, how can we make those calls and help somebody else when we've got our own issues, our own demons? And so each level that you guys go through, we have to deal. And that's why we talk about personal development so much, right? Because we have to deal with those issues, whether it's journaling, whether it's reading. Like Micah, you said it perfectly. We need to be able to have something to pour out. How can we have anything to pour out if we haven't gotten rid of our junk, got to empty it out and pour in good stuff? How can we have anything to give to anybody else if we haven't worked on ourselves, right? If we're negative and doom and gloom and everything, you're not going to see these opportunities around you. Like Micah, you saw these opportunities. They didn't just fall in your lap. You had to see them, right, for what they were worth. Now, if you were looking at your back office and wondering why the volume is low and why all these people are dropping off of LRP and why you're not the next rank by now and all of this stuff, you would have missed those opportunities to do that. So a lot of it, you guys, is in our mindset. I know we talk a lot about skills. You do need the skills. I will never discount that. You need the skills. But you can think about mindset all day long. Like, I think I'm going to make this basket, and you're not going to make it because you don't have the skills. It's a both, right? We need the mindset, the skill set, and you guys have everything that you need to be successful. Every one of you have everything that you need to be successful. Now it's just a matter of walking out those steps consistently, and you have it. You guys have it, each one of you. And I know you guys are faithful. You're showing up on these calls every single time, and I honor you guys for that. I'm so proud of you. And I hope you find value here, right? I hope you're not just like, okay, check this off my list. Roxy is going to get on me, I hope not. But our goal is for you guys to bring your people, right? Bring your people on. And then over time, as you continue to grow, for you guys to step into your own leadership, right? Like that's the name of the game, right? Creating leaders of leaders of leaders, right? And not just for us, but for them, right? Who else are we supposed to bless? All right. What else? Y'all want to talk about anything else? I'm on a roll. Dagmar, you were quiet. You didn't say anything at all.
I had a quick question. You mentioned if I was on the Premier page, is that a doTERRA page, or that's a Facebook group, or?
It's a Facebook group it is technically not a doTERRA page because it's other diamonds have set it up, but it is monitored by we've got some corporate people on there that are monitoring it.
Okay, I'm not in there, so, or I don't know, I have not seen that.
Yeah, you are. You're on there. It says you're a new member.
Okay, then I have not checked it.
Okay. Do you want me to tag you in there somewhere?
Yes, please. That way I can see it. There's so much, like with Facebook and with Oil Camp and everything, is like so much we can tap into.
It's called Premier and Silver Mastermind. And
okay.
I'll just tag you in one of the videos, so I don't like create a new post.
Yeah.
But there's some good stuff in there. You don't get lost in there. Like, you can get lost in stuff. I don't mean that. Like, even with these videos, every morning I'm going and watching one video. It's 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. I'm not going in and reading all the posts and like getting lost. Don't get lost, especially in the Premier and Silver page. Don't get lost in there. And people post all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's not the goal, is to go in there and like get lost. No, but there is some value in hearing these stories. So, okay. All right. Dagmar, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Welcome home.
Thank you, thank you. Back from vacation. I just, sorry for being late today. I had an appointment with a lady from my kickboxing class. And this one was a tough one because she said, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm interested and I believe I have background in science. So I am not into it. So anyway, she's going to buy next month. So I'm going to make it short. So she's going to get home essentials kit. She's very excited. She has so many problems. So she needs everything. So next month. But again, see, she will buy it now, but she's going for vacation. I'm like, no.
No, you need it now.
You know,
And
she's going for, yeah, exactly.
When she does her 100 LRP, she'll get a free LLV.
I know, but she doesn't want to deal with it now because she travels and she gets to get ready, and so she wants to get together again next month and do it next month. So I mean, it's a win, but next month.
Okay, it is a win. But what's the difference between the 31st and the 1st? You know?
I know. I mean, you mean the promotion?
Yes.
I know. And I told her, but again, she doesn't want to. She's like very firm, like she knows what she wants, and I couldn't talk her into it. She wants it. That was a huge win. But next month, so.
Okay.
But still.
It is a huge win, and I'm really happy for you. I'm just sad that they're not getting the amazing LLV next month, but I am happy for you. Yay.
I know, and she needs the supplements anyway. Yeah.
I know. Everybody needs the supplements.
I know.
They're awesome.
I know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah. That's all from me right now.
That's all for you right now? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. 53 minutes in. I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for being here today. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Whatever you do now, this is another thing. The summer months, we focus on wellness. The fall, we focus on preventative and sick care and all that, flu and all that, the whole season. So right now we're focusing on wellness, right? Being well. But what you do now, guys, with your teams, the fruit of this, of either taking off or working hard, the fruit of it is going to show up in October. Okay. It takes 3 or 4 months to see results. So what you guys are reaping, Mike, you're reaping some amazing stuff in your team right now. That's from 3 or 4 months ago's work. Okay. So you can go back to your planner and see what did you do in January, February, March, and you can see what the fruit of it is now. So you keep doing that, right? Keep doing that so you continue to have the same results, right? But you're going to reap what you're building right now for the summer months. You're going to reap that in September, October. So if you want an amazing fall, let's keep going, right? And then cruise into December and the holidays and stuff and all the promotions that will be coming after convention. So also a final note on convention, I hope you guys saw an email came through that a few more tickets opened up. So if anybody on your team didn't get a ticket, now's the time to do that. Yes, Mike.
Are you still recording or not?
I am. I can end it. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be recorded.
Bye. Bye.